You know how it would go. Everybody in this room would know how it would go. You know what I mean? But I guess it'd be good for the sport if we fight now or later.
Gervonta Davis has reacted to Shakur Stevenson signing with Mayweather Promotions. Meanwhile, Teofimo Lopez recently said that he wants to fight Tank. He added that he is a level above Devin Haney and does not need to fight him to prove it. A fight between Lopez and Tank Davis, he claims, would be more eye candy. Lopez said of Haney, "He is nowhere near any picture. He has been helped a lot in many ways. They wanted to make him seem like he is the greatest. I don't hate the kid. I'm not knocking him down. When I lost to George Kambosos Jr., he and his father were jumping up and down celebrating." Haney currently holds the title of BBC Super Lightweight Champion in recess after his April bout with Ryan Garcia ended in a no contest due to Garcia testing positive for PEDs. Lopez added, "When he lost to Garcia, I didn't jump up and down. I just said okay and wished him nothing but the best because I know what it feels like. I don't believe Haney is the American dream. I don't believe he is the next Mayweather or any narrative they want to put out there. I believe Haney is someone who reaches a certain level in life and is going to stay there forever." Lopez emphasized that he always seeks challenging opponents as he pursues greatness. The 26-year-old said, "I have got a tough competitor ahead of me. He is hungry. It is almost like a Rocky Balboa story for this guy. I can't overlook anybody. He does not stop throwing punches. He has everything to gain. I have everything to lose. I always pick the toughest fights. My resume speaks loudly." Fans believe that he is talking about fighting Tank next. However, coach Kenny Ellis recently revealed a date for the Gervonta Davis versus Lomachenko fight. Ellis, currently studying Ukrainian, indicates the fight will take place in November. World Boxing News reports that Las Vegas is leading as the venue for the bout. Davis intends to pursue another world title belt, even though he explicitly asked the WBA not to promote him from regular champion to full title holder. Despite his request, the WBA elevated him anyway, and now Tank is setting his sights on another championship strap. Negotiations have been ongoing between Top Rank and GTD Promotions since Davis defeated Frank Martin. If the fight is finalized for the date Ellis mentioned or another date on the calendar, Davis versus Lomachenko will become a pay-per-view collaboration between both promoters. Ellis detailed his determination to prepare for Lomachenko months ahead. The trainer emphasized readiness to execute a strategy aimed at making Davis the first fighter to halt Lomachenko's career. Ellis said, "I'm studying Lomachenko. He throws a hell of a lot of arm punches. He brings his left foot parallel when throwing his left hand and fights on his tippy toes, sometimes falling off balance. He's a great amateur boxer, though." Moving from phase 2 to phase 3, Ellis added, "I'm studying Lomachenko. Why are these Lomachenko highlight videos popping up all of a sudden? Are they supposed to be intimidating? He won't see the 12th round with Gervonta Davis." On November 24, Lomachenko will be destroyed. Lomachenko secured the IBF title after defeating George Kambosos Jr. in May. He traveled to Australia to complete the task, setting the stage for a significant showdown with Davis. Davis was once thought never to face Lomachenko. However, the importance of titles eventually resonated with Davis. Additionally, Lomachenko not being at his peak might have influenced Davis's decision to pursue the showdown. If the bout takes place in November, it may mark a major turning point towards the victor being unquestionably declared the champion in 2025. On the other hand, Shakur Stevenson criticized Gervonta Davis during an interview recently, accusing him of prioritizing safe fights and avoiding tougher opponents like Stevenson himself. Stevenson, the WBC lightweight champion, suggests that had Tank Davis been more of a risk taker, he would have opted for Edwin de los Santos instead of Frank Martin. Stevenson claims Martin withdrew from a scheduled fight with him, indicating Martin's lack of seriousness about facing him. Shakur is feeling resentful that WBA regular lightweight champion Tank Davis refuses to face him, opting instead for lesser opponents. Tank has mentioned that Shakur is among the 7 opponents listed in his new contract. Shakur doesn't appear satisfied yet as he continues to criticize Tank Davis. The timing of the fight shouldn't be an issue. It simply requires more time to build anticipation. Shakur's name isn't prominent enough to significantly bolster a matchup against Tank, unlike the rematch between Davis and Ryan Garcia or Isaac Cruz. Those bouts would carry more weight for Tank Davis than a fight against Shakur, who is primarily recognized by hardcore boxing fans and particularly admired by the most dedicated enthusiasts. Shakur claimed that Tank fought Frank because he is selective about his opponents, accusing Tank of taking the least risk. He argued that if Tank were as daring as he claimed to be, he would have fought Edwin de los Santos instead of Frank Martin, who had previously pulled out from fighting him.
That's why he fighting him. He's picking and choosing. That's what he do. Tank take the least risk. If Tank was really a risky nigga or this person he claimed to be, he would have fought Edwin de los Santos. Why not fight the nigga that actually fought me instead of the nigga that pulled out from fighting me.
Shakur added that Tank's decision didn't make sense if he truly believed in his own abilities. He pointed out that Edwin de los Santos, a formidable 135-pounder with both boxing skills and power, would earn Tank significant credit if defeated. Shakur noted that the sport often involves fighters taking the least risk for the highest reward, a strategy learned from the best. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr., he concluded that no one should criticize him if they aren't willing to face the same challenges.
That's like, that don't even add up. It don't even make sense, bro. If you really like that, you see that this is a big 135-pounder. He got boxing skills and power. Nigga, you will get credit for beating him. Why not fight him? Come on, bro. This a game where niggas playing like the least risk for the most money, and I respect it. They got it from the best of them. I get it, but truthfully, you can't talk to me and say anything bad about me or nothing about me if you're not going to get in that fire.
Shakur concluded by questioning how he could lack experience compared to Tank, pointing out that he is a 3-weight world champion, while Tank has only held 2 belts throughout his career, both being the same WBA title at 130 pounds. He also noted that Tank's opponents are unwilling to fight him.
But how can I not have the experience if I'm more accomplished than this dude? I'm a 3-weight world champion and actually really a world champion. Tank had two belts his whole career, right? They was both the same belt. He had the WBA at 130 pounds. That's the only title he ever hold in his career. Then if you really look at it, his opponents don't even want to fight me. I got offered, they tried to get Pitbull to fight me. He didn't want to fight me. The people that y'all saying, oh, this, that, and the third, these dudes don't want to fight me. It's a reason they don't want to fight me. And I don't respect it because it's like y'all could say, oh, I'm not experienced, or I didn't fight nobody. I'm not battle tested. I'm not this. But if everybody's saying no, if is all lining up and they like, no, there's no way we could fight. There's no way that I could get in a ring with none of these dudes you talking about. I wanted to fight.
However, Stevenson is eager to face Tank and has been pursuing this fight for a while. In a recent video appeal, Stevenson directly urges Tank to stop ducking and expresses frustration at continually calling for the match. Tank recently clashed with Floyd Mayweather, alleging Mayweather was stuck in Dubai due to owing money. Mayweather swiftly refuted the claim, prompting Tank to challenge his former mentor to a ring showdown, albeit in a playful manner. However, Stevenson seeks a serious bout, specifically aiming for a match against Tank. Stevenson, speaking directly to Tank, said that Tank's issue wasn't with Floyd Mayweather, but with him. He urged him to make the fight happen, expressing frustration over discussing it repeatedly on social media and accusing Tank of avoiding the fight. He called on Tank to stop ducking him and agree to the match.
Say, man, look, man, your beef is not with Floyd Mayweather. You sitting here beefing with Floyd. It's a fighter out here that's been calling your name that want to fight you. Gervonta Tank Davis, let's make the fight happen, man. I'm tired of tweeting. I'm tired of talking about it. Stop ducking me and let's make the fight happen, man. Come on.
If this fight were to happen, it could potentially be enormous, perhaps even monumental. We've witnessed the incredible excitement generated by recent clashes like Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, showcasing young, prime fighters in their element. Fans crave more of such matchups. Shakur Stevenson embodies pure boxing skill, while Tank Davis combines smart boxing with devastating power. Together, they boast a combined record of 50-0 with 37 knockouts. The sport would undoubtedly thrive from the spectacle of this bout. Stevenson is becoming apprehensive about Tank's interest. Despite Mayweather's recent tweet pushing for this fight to happen next, Tank's willingness remains uncertain. As Tank easily defeated Frank Martin, there appears to be no obstacle preventing him from accepting Stevenson's challenge, except perhaps his own hesitation. Who would win if these two fought later this year? Tank Davis has shown impressive form in several bouts, against a weight-drained Garcia and Leon Santa Cruz. However, his match against Isaac Pitbull Cruz was more challenging and could happen again. Shakur Stevenson has displayed slick and exceptional skills in his fights, though he has also faced criticism for being perceived as boring. A Stevenson versus Tank fight would be exciting, but there are some obstacles.
Lomachenko, what'd he say? No. I wanted to fight Kambosos. What'd he say? No. I wanted to fight Frank Martin. He fake signed up, said no. I wanted to fight Pitbull Cruz. He said no. Like, I can go down the list, and there's more.
What was Lomachenko's excuse?
I don't know. Y'all gotta ask these people. You gotta sit down with them, but they are literally dudes that's offered to fight Shakur. Like, it's on their table. It's coming to their table, and they saying no. But you got to realize too, I've been in the ring with a lot of these dudes, so I kind of like f***ed over myself when I sparred these dudes and got in the ring and they found out how good I am. Now it's like, shit, you're gonna have to pay me a shitload of money to get Shakur in the ring, and I think that's why I fucked up at, truthfully.
On July 7th, Shakur Stevenson will face Armenian boxer Artem Harutyunyan. This bout marks Stevenson's inaugural title defense and the conclusion of his current contract with Top Rank. Post-obligation, Stevenson aims to explore the most lucrative contract opportunities. Notably, Hall of Fame boxer-turned-promoter Floyd Money Mayweather has publicly expressed interest in recruiting Stevenson. Floyd laid out his mind state on the popular sports podcast It Is What It Is. Floyd mentioned that Stevenson wants to fight the best competitors and is asking for those opportunities. He noted that Stevenson's contract is likely coming to an end, expressing hope that they can collaborate so he can help take Stevenson to the next level and secure the fights he needs and desires.
I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants. And make the fights happen that he wants.
Mayweather teaming up with Stevenson would add an intriguing twist to the 135-pound narrative. As Mayweather hinted, Stevenson has shown interest in facing Vasily Lomachenko, Tank, Gary Antoine Russell, and two-division champion Devin Haney. Despite his aspirations, Stevenson has yet to secure any of these matchups. Considering his influence in the sport, forming a legal contractual alliance with Mayweather Promotions could potentially lead to securing bouts against notable fighters. Two fighters who could realistically be targeted are Tank and Gary Antoine Russell, both part of the Dromior Zero. Doving Champions stable is closely associated with Mayweather Promotions. Before anything else, Stevenson must overcome the challenge posed by Artem Harutyunyan and do so impressively. Therefore, let's observe how their July 7th clash unfolds before speculating about fantasy matchups or promotional deals for Stevenson. Moreover, fans have become increasingly frustrated with the prolonged delay in the Tank vs. Shakur showdown. The holdup appears to be with Tank, who has shown little interest in facing the defensive maestro or any formidable challenger. Stevenson's relentless pursuit of a bout with Davis indicates an unyielding determination, rather than a learned lesson. When Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia moved up to the 140-pound division, Shakur was left with few PPV-worthy opponents aside from Tank. Gervonta has shown no interest in changing his management's cautious matchmaking approach. Tank's career thrives on generating fan excitement through fights with seemingly easy opponents, often using other fighters like Shakur merely as pawns to spark interest. We know that Floyd Mayweather initially mentored Gervonta Davis in his early career, promoting him under Mayweather Promotions until 2022. However, Davis announced an amicable split from Mayweather. Despite this initial civility, their relationship eventually soured, resulting in public exchanges of verbal insults on social media. As I mentioned before, Mayweather is now looking to sign one of Davis's main rivals, Shakur Stevenson. However, Tank stated that Shakur has lost his respect, alleging that Shakur talks excessively and avoids fights. But Mayweather highlighted Davis's significant power advantage in a recent interview, while also acknowledging Shakur as undeniably the most skilled fighter. Floyd Mayweather stated that Davis is the hardest puncher at 135 pounds, while Shakur Stevenson is undoubtedly the most skilled fighter in that weight class. Mayweather stressed the importance of boxing skills, likening Stevenson to Pernell Whitaker, who despite not being a big puncher, was exciting, tough, and faced top competition. Mayweather noted that Stevenson is pursuing a similar path by actively seeking fights with the best in the division.
The two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 would be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best?
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis have consistently shown mutual respect, despite past disagreements. However, Tank Davis appears to have reached a breaking point with the 5-division champion. Recent allegations and serious claims have surfaced, signaling a deterioration in their once tumultuous relationship now playing out on social media. Recently, Davis claimed Mayweather was stuck in Dubai due to unpaid bills with some individuals preventing his departure. However, after Michael Benson, TalkSport editor, disclosed Mayweather sharing Shakur Stevenson's clip on Instagram, Davis criticized Mayweather, suggesting he feared Stevenson's father. Following a fan's discovery of Mayweather's Instagram story, Davis lost control. Responding to the fan, Davis wrote, "Floyd doesn't like him either. He only siding with that kid because he is scared of Jay Prince, the father, and the kid is so easy to manipulate. Look how he had them go at the young boy with the Rolls umbrella. Kid looking for fame." Unsurprisingly, Davis continued to tweet a great deal after that. In a following tweet, reacting to an old clip of Stevenson crying after losing an amateur fight, Davis wrote, "He is such a clout chaser. He didn't even have no tears in his eyes. Bro, this kid is a whole clown." If that wasn't enough, Davis followed that by writing, "Kid is a bitch." But how did it all begin? Is the mystery that remains? Why the abrupt resurgence of their conflict? Before Gervonta Davis accused Mayweather of owing money to people in Dubai, Mayweather had stated in an interview that modern fighters tend to squander their earnings instead of investing wisely. This remark apparently offended Davis, who inferred it was directed at him. This led to Davis's retort about Mayweather being stuck in Dubai. However, the saga didn't conclude there. Mayweather, being himself, escalated their feud by posting a clip of Davis dancing on his Instagram story. One might ask, what's wrong with Davis dancing after all? But Davis perhaps took offense not to the clip itself, but to the comment that accompanied it. Alongside the clip, Mayweather had written, "We always knew he had sugar in his tank." Floyd and Gervonta suddenly engaged in a war of words, with Davis seemingly poised to level serious allegations against his former mentor. But here's the latest twist. Davis reignited the controversy by tweeting his intention to fight Vasyl Lomachenko next. After Lomachenko thoroughly outclassed George Kambosos Jr., Gervonta Davis took to X and wrote, "He's after Frank. Let me get Frank first." The remark has since been removed. Stevenson could not help but write back, "He's on the other side though," after witnessing Davis plot another battle that does not include him. But this wasn't enough to make Davis stand up, so Stevenson took it a step further. In a subsequent tweet, Stevenson posted Davis's clip showing Tank dancing with a distinctly feminine aura. Stevenson captioned the clip, says this guy. This appeared to be the final provocation. That pushed Davis over the edge. He promptly responded in a now deleted tweet, "Floyd called you and made you make a video. You did it knowing he don't with you. You definitely a dick eater and do everything niggas tell you to do." Davis and Mayweather's relationship could easily inspire a solid rom-com if you consider their history. After Davis defeated Rolly Romero, the undefeated boxer parted ways with Mayweather's promotion and began receiving guidance from Al Heyman. Since then, the duo has alternated between showing respect and disdain for each other on numerous occasions. A notable instance was during the Ryan Garcia fight last year. Just last year, the Baltimore native had a second fight against Garcia after parting ways with Mayweather. However, he was still training for the bout in Mayweather's gym, which apparently bothered the former champion, according to Davis. In a tweet, Garcia had written, "You always act like you got some info. Shut your ass up already. You basically are just a shade room gossip page. Relax. I heard some stuff about you as well." In response, Davis wrote, "What? That Floyd's petty ass said I couldn't use his gym anymore. I don't give a fuck. Nah, it's not what I heard, it's what I know. Chump." Adding fuel to the fire, Garcia forged an alliance with Floyd Mayweather, securing a potent advantage against Haney. This advantage came in the form of revealing sparring footage showing Haney facing off against Davis, during which Davis clearly dominated and significantly rattled Haney. Make sure to check out some of our other videos on the screen if you enjoyed this one.